What's up, my crypto legends? The Bitcoin price didn't close a shooting star yesterday. It's more of a long shadow, which is not as bearish as a shooting star. If the body would have been entirely red here, then it would have been looking very, very bad for the coming weeks. We're going to analyze the situation here for Bitcoin on the daily chart because we did get a massive bounce here from this important level of the 59k levels. Now, is this going to hold, or are we going to break it and continue to the downside? This is something that we are going to analyze. Remember, Plan B is predicting an over 63k Bitcoin at the end of October. We've only got 6 days left to end October, and also we'll be analyzing the 1 hourly chart because there is a little bit of bearish signs here. We have the volume going extremely low while we're pumping, and there is a potential head and shoulder pattern here. Now I'm going to show you the resistance levels that we need to break to invalidate all of this situation, and also if we break the support, what levels can we hit here for Bitcoin? We're also taking a look at Ethereum and Coti because Coti is looking ready to explode, in my opinion, potentially going to reach the 84 cents in the next coming weeks. And I'll explain why, something that we did talk about here on the channel for the last few weeks. So stay tuned. Hello there, Andy here. Welcome back to another episode of Bitcoinsensus. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. Daily TA, Bitcoin, crypto, and also do live streams to connect with the community. Now, zooming in here on the price of BTC, it is pretty clear. We talked about the 59k levels being extremely strong support. Okay, it was a strong resistance. We can see on the VPVR, it's where the mountain of this huge volume finishes. So we did get a very nice bounce at 59k levels yesterday. Now, the question is, are we going to correct more from here? Now, we're going to analyze the situation here on BTC on the 1 hourly because on one of the live streams, we were talking about this descending channel, right? We had a dump right over here, sideways action, another dump. So it kind of looked like an ABC correction inside of this descending channel. Now, while we were breaking out here, I almost got stopped out. Luckily, I did close at a small profit this trade because the measured move from this breakout of the channel is coming round about that 63k levels. Now we're just about to hit that range, and I think in between 63 and 64k levels there is very, very strong resistance. As you can see, there's been strong support right over there of consolidation, and as soon as we broke it with this huge amount of volume on the 1 hourly, it acted as heavy resistance. So now while we coming all the way up here to meet the target from this descending channel, now, are we going to get massively rejected, or are we going to break it? Well, the question is, if we do break it, then this head and shoulder potential pattern right over here is going to be invalidated, in my opinion, if we are going to reach almost the head right over here. Now, if we do break this resistance with very high volume, this might be a very good opportunity to long if we do come back down and retest this major resistance turning into support on the 1 hourly. This is a very good trade that could happen here in the next coming hours or days. Now, if we do get heavily rejected here, now there are clear signs that we could get rejected, and one of the most clear signs, okay, on the 1 hourly or on the 30-minute chart, we do have the trend, okay, to the downside here in the immediate short term, okay. Yes, if we zoom out, the trend is to the upside, so it's looking pretty bullish. But we need to, if you want to try to scalp, or if you're looking at the very short time frame, okay, I am in some swing trades on Bybit. I'll show them in just a minute, and I'm going to tell you what I am going to do in the next coming hours, because I think I am going to take some profits right over here because we could get a rejection and a better entry. Now, if we do get rejected here at this resistance, we will be kind of forming this head and shoulder pattern, right? So this is something that we need to be very, very cautious. This is a bearish pattern. And also what we can see over here in the immediate short term from this downtrend, that we have pretty high volume, right? And now we are turning and the price action is going to the upside, but the volume is going lower and lower. So are we going to manage to see suddenly a super green candle over here? I'll become bullish as soon as we see a massive green candle with volume here breaking the 63.5k levels, okay, which is a major resistance that we need to break here on the 1 hourly time frame. If this happens, I'm going to be very, very bullish. Very likely we'll be breaking all-time highs here in the next day or two if this happens. Now, if this doesn't happen, I see us getting massive rejection. Head and shoulder scenario. Now, if this head and shoulder scenario plays out, the measured move, if we did break 59K level successfully, all right? And I mean successfully with volume hitting the $58,000, $57,000, high volume, any type of retracement, we might have a cascade fall all the way down to that $54,000 range. And why $54,000? Well, first of all, it is the measured move of this head and shoulder, okay? If you get the head to the support range, the measured move is coming round about that $54,000 range. And we also know, looking at this chart, that the $54,000 range, okay, we just hit $53,000 back in late September, so that is going to be a heavy support because it was heavy resistance. We did manage to consolidate here very, very nicely as soon as we broke above $54,000, getting several bounces at $54,000. So it is a major level that we should be paying attention if we do fall there. We've got a measured move from the head and shoulder if we break 59K, and we also got a huge amount of volume on the VPVR. Check out here, this is where the volume ends, okay? Let me just zoom in here. Okay, this is why I got this box. As you can see, this box over here is because we have the very end of this huge amount of volume on the VPVR. So we know 59K is a major level on the VPVR and 54K is also a major level. So if we did get that major fall to this level, only if we did, this is the moment where I'm going to become extremely bullish and I will be placing quite a few long orders. All right, so if we take the Fibonacci retracement from the low also here to the high, it would be round about that 50% levels. And this was exactly what happened on this pump over here. We went from the low of 30K range all the way up here to the $53,000 range, and we hit that 50% levels and had a massive bounce and continued to the upside. So it is a major level that we should be paying attention if it did come back down to that range. Now, nothing is guaranteed. Maybe 59K was the low here and we'll be breaking all-time highs and continue to the upside, okay? But taking a look at this chart, like I said, there are some bearish signs. The volume is not too high in this pump. As you can see, the volume is going down since we pumped, all right? Since we are going down, now it is time for the bulls to fight, and we are not seeing any strength at all here. Looking at the volume, we do see this potential head and shoulder. So stay a little bit cautious. If you are using a lot of leverage for some long positions, be cautious, guys, because we might see a little bit of a rollover here. Unless we break this major support, then it's very, very likely we'll be retesting and breaking all-time highs in the immediate short term. Now, I am still in some swing trade positions on Bitcoin, Ethereum, also on some altcoins such as AVAX, but I am planning to take some profits round about that 63, 64K range because I do see the price getting a little exhausted. Now, if you are interested in trading, remember, Bybit, you get the best bonus down below, which is $3,500 up to $3,500 worth of bonus by using my link in the description. My favorite day trading platform is Prime XBT. You get 50% added to your deposit using my link in the description and Bitcoinsensus 50 as the promotion code. Now let's take a look at Ethereum because Ethereum is looking pretty good in the immediate short term. Ethereum still in this massive ascending channel, as you can see here. This is on the 4-hourly chart. We have been bouncing in between support and resistance since the beginning of October, as you can see here. Now, are we going to have another leg up, potentially hitting that 4.5K levels in the next coming days? It is very, very possible. I don't see this support, okay, this channel breaking to the downside, because if it did break to the downside, we've got a measured move here, which is the width of the channel, or depending on where we break, okay, we could be hitting the 3.8, the 3.7K levels, depending on where we could break here for Ethereum. That is a measured move. And if we zoom out here on Ethereum, on the 4-hourly, we can clearly see we still got the lower high major resistance turning into support. We also got the 4K level here. Let me just zoom out on the daily so we can zoom in here and see everything more clearly. We got a major resistance turning into support, which is that 4K level. The same with Ethereum. Bitcoin didn't manage to break 59K, which is an insane support, Ethereum did not manage to break 4K. That was an insane bounce that happened yesterday around about that 4K range, as you can see. So everything is pointing out that Ethereum in the next coming days will be hitting that 4.5K levels and breaking all-time high. Remember, we still have this inverse head and shoulder target that hasn't been met. So the only thing that we need to be cautious is with over leveraging, because we could see some volatility before hitting that 4.5K levels, which is the target from this inverse head and shoulder. So we're still pretty far away from there to reach this major target. Now let's take a look at Coti, because Coti is looking insanely bullish. Now we talked about Coti a long time ago, since we saw this huge cup and handle formation. We broke out the handle, retested it, the resistance as support, broke the major resistance from the cup and handle. We are retesting it every single time now here for quite a few days. What is the measured move of this cup and handle? The measured move of this cup and handle is round about the 84, 86 cents, or depending, just add or get off a few cents because of the volatility. But round about that 85 cents is the target from this massive cup and handle. And cup and handles usually is a bullish pattern, okay, coming from an uptrend. It is insanely bullish. Now we do have that target here of 85 cents. We are just consolidating above 48 cents, which is a massive resistance turning into really heavy support if we zoom in here on the Coti price. We also created a descending kind of wedge right over here, because we were creating on the 4 hourly lower lows right over here. As you can see, lower highs, we broke out. We are getting this opportunity, guys, for Coti, in my opinion, okay? Reasonable stop loss would be around about that 45 cents. This is only 5 cents away from its current price, okay? So the risk, okay, is pretty low compared to what you can gain, okay? The first target would be round about the top here of this descending wedge, and after that, I do believe so that we'll be breaking this all-time high eventually, not creating a double top, because we have the target of the cup and handle, which is round about the 85 cents, guys. So in my opinion, Coti is looking extremely bullish, looking for that price action in the next coming weeks. Guys, if you do not know how to trade on PrimeXBT or Bybit, I've got a tutorial down below in the tutorial section in the description, and the video will be popping out also at the end of this video, okay? Make sure to check out the Bitcoinsensus website. We got the latest technical analysis and news here, so make sure to check it out, and the video is popping out on the screen now for the tutorial of Bybit and PrimeXBT. Thank you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.